score between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that don't like each other much. One will go to Super Bowl 53 as we're underway in the 2019 NFC title game. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across. The 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Double tight.
Bring up.
Hey, 4 down.
Man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bingo. There we go. Nice play, baby. Double tight.
No. 319.
Watch the twist.
Inside.
Back.
319.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, baby, that's what
2
I'm
runs
talking
for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Gun.
Mike 50.
Zoom. Hey, check 26. Zoom.
Mike's 50.
319.
Throwing his Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. This is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go, in and out. Let's go. Strong right. 3 down.
Big jumbo.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Keep working, baby.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. 19.
Motion backfield.
Here's Wilson going again. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch tight end. 4 down.
Tight.
4 down.
Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He'll take it at the 42. Oh, good agility by Cobb. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Shift! Watch the shift!
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the
Gotta go, in and out,
come
let's
up
go.
on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
He's tight right here, he's tight on the right, tight on the right. We got 4.
Front it!
Hey, check, Mike.
They go play action with Wilson.
Get ready,
And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for 24 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering if you're going to get the other way too. They're going really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go, oh!
Here we go. Tight right. 4 down. Kill.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Mike's 50.
From the shotgun. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taken by Blake Martinez. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback who wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Hey, 88!
That boy's got 4 down.
United!
17, guys.
They'll start on the ground with Jones.
No. Off.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense.
And they'll keep on the Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Double tight.
J-Mike.
Hey. 4 down.
Now a first down by Jones. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
Okay,
They're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front back. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Hurry up.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. 4 down. Check.
No. Hold.
Tight dog. Kill.
With Charles Davis operating on the second quarter.
And other amplified or voice-making devices are now allowed inside the stadium.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Strong left. 4 down. Alert.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. Akeem Hunt now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup.
Penny, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Josh Jackson, the former Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. Solid gain on that play.
Wilson, he'll move to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 65 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-back?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
That's fine.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Strong left, Kelly.
Okay, baby, I see you. Quick the edge. Go.
Hey, where y'all going? 26.
So that's going to set him back 5 yards.
Hurry up.
Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
That's fine.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Even. 4 down.
Ready from the gun, Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A good pickup there at 22.
That's fine. Yeah. Here we go. 58.
Check.
Hey, 50.
50's the mic.
No.
50's the mic.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
They'll run it down the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It was Jared Reed who got him down.
Get there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up. Zoom.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Zoom.
On 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what is this horoscope ball?
In and out. Come on, tempo.
What is it?
You went horoscope.
19.
I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
14.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Leaves it for Petty. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Run it.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Alert, flip.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's got Rockets. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Mike's 46.
Here's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. Dances by him. And now he bowls him over. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack out first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
319.
Carrying out for the BYU man, it's Jamal Williams.
That's right,
and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's fine. Yeah.
Right. Hey, they scared.
319. Hey, check 26.
54.
319.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Crash.
Touchdown, Packers.
Here they come.
Mark Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
Touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Hunt on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
2 times. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted the 3rd time. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Over. Get reset. Hey,
By the sweep to Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Double up.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
let's go. Hey, let's go. Come on. Tight right. Ho.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll let him a fresh set of downs.
Go.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these
let's go.
he's
Come on.
getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Hey,
Watch the motion.
inside.
54's Mike. 54's
With Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first half touchdown passes. And the Packers add on to their lead. for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that into the second half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Hunt on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Go this way.
As that ball got away from him,
Yeah,
and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Got four down.
It's caught outright by Graham.
Check it out, Reed.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Hey. Four down.
Jumbo! 319.
Eluding the pressure. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal.
Double tight. Four down.
Rodgers now to throw. Steps away to his left. Got a man open. It's Adams.
You got it.
Touchdown,
You
Green
got
Bay.
it.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, the kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Hunt on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the
19.
proper play. But we do know there's some that may not take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. Now Hunt on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
Come on, tempo.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want this is a really important drive. We often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Now after the fumble, recovery. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jared Reed with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And an alley run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass.
Yeah, Liz.
So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys. And now, instead of being in third and very long, they end up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Down on the right. You got 3 down.
It's Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. In there to drop him, and it'll be lost of about 8.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
3 down.
Here's Wilson. He's going to leave this for the running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
We see a pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're going to make
It's coming, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 down. Not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. This is taken at the 10. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where
That's
your
fine,
head
yeah.
is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly
Jumbo!
right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way.
Get
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Hey, let's go,
So
come
now
on.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
No.
4 down.
319.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Gun. Hoko over here.
Complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So, hey, let's go, come on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tight end right. 3 down. Hey, switch gears.
26.
Rodgers managing first down. He's going to float this over the middle. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire. Touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are flying in the ball. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip.
Book those tickets. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Hunt on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches putting together all the positions, then coming together as a group.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Bulletti.
Mike's 50. Here we go, G.
Eighteen.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. And Dixon, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Janikowski on for the extra point. It's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Alert, 86.
Run right. 850.
Check three.
Over.
Start the drive with a carry by Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's fine.
The hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Mike's 54.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Right there.
Timeout.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Hey, boys, we got
Jumbo! Look at you!
Rodgers now looking to throw on second down. Jones in the flat. Decent game. Home for nothing.
It's too bad. They feel pretty good about it. When people celebrated, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
33, kid, 33. Single. I got a single on the slot.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Open man right side of St. Brown. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
You've won a pair of noise-canceling headphones.
Ball to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Yeah, Liz. Look at you, dude!
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out? Exactly what we just saw there.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch tight ends right. Watch tight ends right.
Zoom.
Hey.
Gun.
Four down.
Rodgers to throw on the second down. That is caught at the 7. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
Get reset.
He really does, and
Hey,
the
easy.
best part about that play for him,
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers continue to roll. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run?
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by one more. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, boys, come on.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Look at this spin. To the right side, and he's got more complete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Wilson hit, and it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL. But could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run now out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with
the
head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy using his weapons to great advantage in this game.
He is in his zone and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Rodgers going to run the option here left.
He's checking.
And he's got some space here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 65 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on. Plays like that makes the old coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either, but boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted, and guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Zebra. Mosi, 89.
Spot it.
Action with Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side.
Come on,
and he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
95.
11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. First and 10, it's Wilson. And Davis with it left side. And he'll be brought down right right at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Let's go, let's go. Good. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Packer pressure, and down he
Gotta go.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team is beaten.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and things really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A nice little juke. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
Out.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Hurry up.
Double tight.
Back to norm.
Counter. Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Get out of here, man.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long.
Strong right.
Zoom. Green 18. Hey, check 26.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Green 18.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's it, man.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Green 19.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
58.
And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.